Hi, I'm Belle, and this is my tarot week ahead forecast for the week beginning January the 28th. Interesting times. I'm going to start with the image which presented itself to me when I was doing my meditation just before making this video. And in that period of time, I am asking, what do we need to know about the week ahead? What qualities, what circumstances are going to present themselves in the week ahead that would be good for us to know about? How can we prepare ourselves for the week ahead? And I will receive an image. The image that came to me today was of a country gate, a gate into a field or a gate into a lane. So a big 5-bar gate, wooden, old, been there for quite a long time, and a view over a piece of countryside. So in a way, very much like where I live in Devon, or pretty much anywhere in the southwest. On the gate was a large fence post, and on the top of the fence post was an owl. And it was quite a big owl. It was a tawny owl. It was sitting, and it was sitting very still. I could see it very clearly. I could see the feet spreading out on top of the post. I could see the body, and I was very drawn to the face of the owl. And as I looked at the owl, which was very still, I noticed that I was drawn to the eyes and to really watching how the owl watches, how an owl observes. And then I moved back from the owl, and I could see that it was observing the landscape, observing the very minute, subtle movements in the grass, which would tell the owl there are voles here or there are mice over there. So there is a very strong invitation from life this week to be observant and to take your time to stand back, to notice. I'm going to show you some things now. This comes up very strongly here. There's lots of things for me to show you, so I'm going to start with this. Here we are literally taking time to stand back, and in this case we are observing ourselves. We are inviting ourselves to look within and to reflect on our own journey at the moment. What do we want? What do we not want? What's going on? What do we want to do about it? And also to find some peaceful space in which to take the time to do that. We don't do this while the kettle is boiling. We do this when we take ourselves maybe on a walk. Maybe we sit in meditation. Maybe we do it while we're doing something else, which is repetitive and easy, and we go into a meditative state. But this is calling us to look within quietly. And here we are. So if this is the inner part of ourselves, this is the outer part of ourselves. This is the card of patience and waiting. It doesn't say wait forever. It says there is a time for everything. There is a season for everything. And here we have a situation of seeds planted in the ground. The ground is freshly ploughed and ready for the seeds. However, we will wait for the season for when our things that we have planted, to wait for them to grow and flourish. So the action here is both go inside and reflect, and on the outside we are exercising our patience. There may be other things that we can get on with while we're being patient about this thing. This is not a bad card. This person is very well supported by the vehicle that they have grown. Both of the characters have oak leaves in the headband here and on the horse. Oak leaves. Oaks, as we may know, they grow slowly, but they grow incredibly strong. So something here is requiring us to give it time, even if we feel like the outside circumstances, because this is in the place of the head, the outside circumstances are going go, go, go. We may feel like this. We may feel the pressure to act, to decide, to get on with it, and particularly if we are feeling overwhelmed with responsibilities. and at the same time maybe not as well resourced as we would like. So there's a lot of pressure from life, from circumstances, from other people, probably even us doing it to ourselves. There's a lot of pressure to get on with it. So these two forces, if you like, might be difficult for us to manage, but we will. I'm going to show you some more things now. Remember the owl sitting on the post, looking, taking time, observing, developing the moment to act, but not just acting without all of that careful consideration. So coming back to us, we have this in the center of the spread. So there is change this week. And this can very much be a change on an everyday level, how we do things. This can be across the board in terms of our home life, our working life, our inner life, our outer life, our relationships, our aspirations. So here there's a lot of fundamental change, but generally speaking, it's not dramatic. We will most likely have known about this, or we will have seen it coming in some way. And on either side, we have the business of moving forward in life in ways which are expected. These are not sudden dramatic changes. They are changes which we will have known about or anticipated in some way. I want to come back to the owl again because what do I want to say about this? Yes, I want to go here. Oh, and I want to go here. You see a little bit of being pulled in different directions even as I'm doing it. So over here, we've got a couple of cards which say this can happen on a very personal level. So you may relate to this. There's a path here that I feel drawn to follow. Now, that path might be something that has always been there. I've always been on this path and it was always going to go this way. Or it might be something which has literally just occurred in your life somehow, which goes, oh, I feel drawn to doing this. This sense of destiny, if you like, this sense of being pulled in a particular direction may be met both by you and by others as difficult. So you or others could be saying to yourself, oh, don't be ridiculous, oh, that'll never work, oh, but that we didn't plan for that. So there's a lot of, I'm going to say, a lot of toing and froing in terms of people's beliefs, understandings, and what they want. So there could be some very contradictory desires. I want it this way. No, it needs to go that way. It'll be much better if we do it this way. We can expect a bit of that. If we can do this gently and flowingly so that people aren't getting hurt by strong words or strong actions, but if we can surrender to the process of discussing playfully, then it's very, very likely that we will arrive at the point that says, oh yeah, actually, we could take a bit of this, or we could take a bit of that, or we could do something completely new. But this direction, this pull of destiny, will be much more easily resolved by gentle rolling over, like the way the sea rolls over the pebbles. It comes in, it rolls over the pebbles, it goes out. And, over time, all of those edges become smooth. And there's a process here between us as human beings. And this I want to talk about. Here. Because ultimately this is a very It's a very watery week. There'll be all sorts of other impulses, like the impulse to get on with things, the impulse to move forward. But actually, one of the ways that we will serve ourselves and our relationships and our families and our friends and our communities, one of the ways that we'll serve all of those things best is by really allowing time. Remember, we're not rushing. Time to listen to the voice within, even if that voice feels oppositional to what everybody else is saying. Because the voice within, the voice within will give you the insight and the opportunity to to receive an opportunity that will take you forward, that will help you make the decisions that you need to make. This is where it's like dipping into the well of wisdom in yourself. You have to allow yourself the time and the space to really listen to that, whatever that is, and to get it and to be able to go, do you know what, it feels like this feels like something that's really right to me. Because if it doesn't feel right at the moment, I would say don't do it. Do not do things in haste right now. Not a plan. So, yes, interesting for me to come up with this vision of the owl so very clearly, because it did feel like one of the aspects of a bird of prey's behaviour is that, and certainly in this instance, there's a lot of waiting, looking around, choosing, respond, and actually noticing before there is a very swift and accurate response. So there's, within that picture, there's something for us this week, waiting patiently, really observing, gathering information before we are able to make an accurate response. Well, how interesting. So I am off on my annual trip to Cornwall this week, which will be very exciting for me. So I might very well make the next video in a completely different place. So something to look forward to, hopefully. I wish you well, and if things are difficult for you, if you are being faced with situations where you simply do not know what the next best step is, then please do get in touch with me, because I can help you. The way that I work with the tarot is very practical. I invite people to come with questions which we will answer, and we will find what is the next best step for you. So if that resonates with you, then please either get in touch with me below or contact me through Messenger, Facebook Messenger, Belle Bartlett, and just say, hi Belle, interested in a reading. Okay, take care. Bye bye.